Hello, I realized, I just Googled something. I thought 8 out of 10 meant average for movies, but no, that's a 7 out of 10. I just realized I fucked up the times I gave average scores for 8 out of 10 movies. Okay? My opinion still stands, so just pretend I know what I'm talking about with my scores. If, you come across those videos where I give 8 out of 10, I call it average. Okay, I just realized I fucked up. I realized I should have given 7 out of 10. Because 7 out of 10 is the average score for giving a movie's a average rating. So, I thought it was 8 out of 10. I looked it up. Apparently I was remembering it incorrect. So, this movie I'm reviewing now is a 7 out of 10. I just forgot what the movie was. So, I'm reviewing something else. There's a 2-season run of a show called Young Justice. A cartoon show called Young Justice. I'm reviewing the first 2 seasons of Young Justice show. The first 2 seasons of Young Justice have separate titles, but I'm just going to call this title Young Justice Season 1 and Season 2. Jake reviews. Young Justice Season 1 and Season 2. Is what I'm going to call this video. Because I give Young Justice a 7 out of 10 for being mediocre of a show. Because it's a bit slow. It doesn't really take enough time fleshing out all of the characters once. The first season is solid. With fleshing out all the characters. But I will say it's lacking a certain level of, I don't know, fun factor to me. Is this, and also the Justice League on the Justice team are kind of fucking unlikable pricks. And totally up their own asses. Every last one of them in these incarnations on Young Justice of the Justice League are unlikable shitheads. So yeah, that's my other problem. And that's in the first 2 seasons of the show. It continues. They do that with the Justice League. Make them almost unlikable versions of the Justice League with the classic characters. Including Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman. They somehow make them all hateable. You go to loathe them by the 2 runs of the seasons of the Justice League. All members. They all suck as people. They're worse than the people from the 7 of The Boy Show. Like, bigger assholes. It comes across. And this is someone who only seen clips of The Boy Show. Here and there, but never seen a full episode, to be honest with you, at this point. Like, if I want to see an episode, I just haven't found the time. Think about all the... I just keep forgetting also. Plus, there's other shows I want to catch up on. A lot, so. You know, besides The Boys, I want to see. And this is my show on Young Justice, my review on Young Justice, and that's why I think this show is not that great. It's not by any means a terrible show, it's a mediocre show for me. I give this Young Justice Season 1 and Season 2 on their own as 7 out of 10, each one. From Season 1 to Season 2. My biggest problem with Season 2 is a fucking mess. From beginning to end. At least Season 2 had a structure from beginning to end, told a story. Going out Nevers was the team. Season 2 takes place a few decades after the Season 1. And there's some sort of weird time jump where this takes place after the events of Season 1. Where the teens are now older and adults, mature adults now. And now focuses on a different generation of team. The rookie generation of the team, well, plus the old generation of the team, that are now functioning part-time members of the Justice League, and the adults, and Robin's no longer Robin, he's Nightwing now, and Dick Grayson is now Robin, instead of Robin like he was in Season 1, Robin, but now he's Dick Grayson, as Nightwing. in season 2. And the whole thing, all the stories are trying to weave together and juggle. And season 2 feels like a mess. It feels like a rush job. Like, I feel like, was there a point to make season 2 other than just to get money off the fans? I don't think so, because it didn't tell like a really good, or didn't have any narrative that made sense, that felt well paced. And honestly, I felt kind of bored at times with season 2. At least with season 1, I felt engaged, for better or for worse, for the even the worst stuff. I beat the bad ideas of season 1, like basically just like a bunch of shitheads and introducing them as that. As the most unlikable jerk versions of himself, except for Captain Marvel. Billy Batson's Captain Marvel. And yes, he does call himself Captain Marvel in the show. 2 seasons run of the show, he does that. So, he goes by his own name, so that's cool. I remember he was awesome. He was probably the best part of the show next to Dick Grayson in the first 2 seasons. As my favorite character in the show. Really, it's the highlight of the show, Billy Batson. But the problem is, he's not on the Young Justice team. He's on the actual Justice League member, which is where he never gets kicked off in the show. I think it will like enter some cool places to take the character, and maybe he could interact with the team, a Young Justice team, and really grow as a hero more if he learned from his if he was because we could also develop him more. And I don't know, maybe that would be a cool place to if they took the character in that direction, for him taking him off the actual team league and putting him on the Young Justice team. But they never did that in the seasons. But it's weird because it bothered me because he's the only one on the Justice League member that I actually end up liking as a person and as a character. Everyone else, including Batman, I fucking hate. And I'm a big Batman fan. Like, he was my favorite DC character as a kid, and still is as an adult. And the weird part is, I hate this version of Batman so much! To the core of my soul, I hate this fucking Batman version. And everyone, members of the team, on the Justice League, with the exception of Billy Batson on Justice League and Young Justice show. And it hurts to say I hate this version of Batman. It sucks because I want to like this Batman, but I hate this Batman. He doesn't feel like really like a good. He doesn't feel like a nice. He doesn't feel like a confident enough, capable of hero to see Gotham, and he doesn't seem like the smartest person like Batman should be from the comics, or. He doesn't even seem likable like the other Batmans have been. Incarnations of the character from the live action besides the comics. Outside the comics of Batman. Like, he's even worse than... I hate him. I hate this version of Batman so much. It's sad because all the voice acting, the performances are really good, solid voice actings, but the writing for the Justice League characters are so unlikable pricks that I want to see them all die of cancer, except for Billy Batson. Let him live. That's the only one I don't hate in this franchise of Young Justice on the Justice League team members. Side characters in the Justice League Young Justice show called Young Justice. I just wish they weren't unlikable pricks. I don't mind them being side characters, but I just wish they weren't so unlikable side characters in Young Justice show. So that's why I give Young Justice show a 7 out of 10. That's why it overstays its welcome as a show. And the 2-season run of the show that I've seen. I haven't seen season 3 or season 4 yet, when they returned the series back on Max streaming service. I used to go by HBO Max, but now this goes by Max, which I think that's a little strange. Not as catchy as a name. Well, a nice name. It's nice as, I like HBO Max has a nicer name than Max, I think. Personally. That's why I give Young Justice Season 1 and Season 2 a 8. I mean, not a 8 out of 10. I'm sorry I got confused. A solid 7 out of 10. Season 1 and Season 2 of Young Justice gets a 7 out of 10. It's average, mediocre at best. Not terrible for me. So I don't recommend it. I just don't say you watch it. You can find better shows than this or better entertainment. The movies than this. Like, Oppenheimer's a lot more fun than Young Justice show, which is kind of sad because that's about a historical event. Young Justice is actually comic book stuff based off comic books. That has a mixture of science fiction and sci-fi fantasy. It's a bit like sci-fi fantasy with science fiction. Is what comic book logic feels like with comics. Feels like a mixture of science and fiction and fantasy. Combination of both, that's what comics feel like when you're looking at them. And that's what this show feels like on the cinematic level. With the animation. With the action scenes that the show. The animation's solid also. Pretty good. And so is the action choreographed scenes with the animation is phenomenal. That one's great, but that doesn't make a great story. Telling narrative device always. But it makes it dumb fun often. And that's what it's kind of dumb fun at times, but it could be more. So why is it average to me? Because for these reasons I just mentioned to you in this video. Why I give it a 7 out of 10. Okay, I do not recommend. I just can't stop you from watching this movie, I guess. I mean, show of Young Justice, Season 1 and Season 2. Can't stop you, so I won't stop you. I won't even say don't see it. I'll just say, check out my other content, share my videos with who you know, think of in your head. Like my video. Hit the subscribe by hitting the bell first. Second, subscribe. And that's how you get subscribed. After you hit those two things. Just click on them to get subscribed. In that order. Okay. That's my review on Young Justice Season 1 and Season 2. Why I gave it a 7 out of 10. Goodbye. Hang on.